as the official lecturer of TK decided to quit his job and try to cut leaks to make.
Now TikTok is a leak pool. Everyone is high on leaks can give. Like, do TK sellers bring what industry experience originally is to include some play, some practical things on the ground? There is a trainee, he is in Inner Mongolia, so he also owns shop. Later his brother called on his sister-in-law, called on the TikTok diversion to the independent station. A year is about 3 million to 5 million.
Training to make money, but not making money as a human being. How do you...
His downtown market is actually quite a lot of such. He felt that the business is really not too profitable. This business in the end, to see what you do, is overseas or domestic. He is really doing overseas marketing. He is not very good at doing it when he turned to do domestic marketing, to do TikTok training or to do Amazon training, or you are looking for domestic customers. The logic is the same. He is also looking for customers to deliver the product. It is best to be able to get the results of the overseas. You do it again no matter what to say. Your happiness profit or the value of your practical work, or better in all respects.
See what is the current state of affairs when it comes to engaging in TK e-commerce seller training results are?
The phenomenon of leaks on the surface is already there about TikTok from 0 to 1. I wrote a book at that time, why I wrote this book. In fact, there is a friend told me that he said that now TikTok is a leak pool. Everyone in the leaks at that time. I would like to say that seems to be true, that this industry does not have something similar to the textbook, this kind of thing that I said. I write a book, TikTok Combat Operation Situation.
Row into the friend, can get the book, no problem, can give everyone an autograph. You once as TK's official lecturer. Now the company actually can give us, want to do TK sellers, this group of different help you.
And the first one has done close to 4 years of TikTok sellers to us, precipitated on this industry, some industry experience, sideline path, including some play, some landing, practical things. This is what we can provide. The second in this industry precipitated a lot of resources, regardless of the internal and external resources of these resources. Our own community staff, many times they cannot get some resources. We do have the ability of this, of course. Some of the illegal black and gray don't find me. The third, like we do business, is more of a long-termism, sincere altruism. Altruism is to benefit themselves. It is a cycle. In fact, our team now has 13 people, 11 people are e-commerce, only 2 people. Plus, I will tell you about the training. There are 2 partners in the operation of our company is still doing e-commerce. To do with the training is really, a lot of people want to ask that. Let's just get a training time is also more efficient to use. Some only, it becomes a business model. This thing can be done in a sustainable way.
Want to attend TK e-commerce training? What to find a good teacher to learn the...
Want to find a good teacher. The core point is that he is not really get the results in the TT. He really have not run through this thing, theory of things we will talk about. Only really practical people can give you these details of the problem to pick out and then let you go to avoid the pit of the second is the results of the person, of course, not necessarily will talk about, is that they will do, and we'll talk about will teach. And another thing is the best that you can find him to have the results of his willing to share with you, and then you also listen to understand the most important thing is that you have to insist on the most willing to share with you, and then you also listen to understand, of course, the most important thing is that you yourself have to fulfill. Some of the better cases of practicing TK e-commerce sellers over the years. The brand of slippers made by The Line some time ago is also very good in Southeast Asia and very good in the US area, relatively large.
Example challenges you to see how he can give you such a superior
on a slippers brand, and then volume scale is also enough to say that this is a good seller. Speaking of brand, he must have a user perception. He has opened up this user perception through channels such as TT so that everyone recognizes him as a brand. Like small sellers, 2 or 3 people, team requirements are not particularly high a year to earn a few million. I have a student at the end of the 2nd year to learn with me in the last phase. He knew I came out. He said, I want to come to thank you. I pay tuition again. A little girl now, 5 people team in Henan. He called me before he came this year. He made $700,000 in performance, GMV profit of about 50% on 30%. To thank you, I give you another tuition. A little girl, is now a team of 5 people in Henan. Before he came to call me this year, he did $700 US in performance. GMV profit is about 50% on the $350 US in net profit to his pockets. Grassroots entrepreneurship case, there is a student, he was in Inner Mongolia. The overall information is not as fast as in Shenzhen at that time, is to learn to do with me to make a short form video. He shoots short form video talent. He was gifted with the talent to make short videos, and at first he made his own videos, then he called his brother and his sister-in-law to make short videos. And through TikTok, he attracted traffic to the independent website, which is about $3 to $5 million a year, regardless of whether it's a big sale or a small sale. In fact, in terms of stamina,
be the welfare of the treatment of...
Excuse me, we do have training courses. Also, welcome cross-border partners to exchange. We have a community. A year is $6,000 inside a WeChat group. Now about more than 100 people to get to 500. Almost help our class can be sent for 6 months worth of $3,000 inside. The density of information will be very high. All the first line play, all the information internal and external. We will be synchronized here. We have a cooperative data platform to help our class can be released in cooperation with us. To help our students to send a few months of VIP, you will actually be easier to get started. Our class can be released in cooperation with us to help our students to send a few months of VIP. Everyone actually start will be more convenient. I will also teach you how to use these data platforms to select the evaluation or to look for the person who can send a book to everyone.